myself.
You might not be out here at 5. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bullhucker podcast. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
And I am Densia Gudrun.
And we have a returning guest, a returning Bullhucker. One of the first ones.
She was.
Oh, Jen Neb.
Number 6. I'm very happy to be back. Hi, everybody.
You are number 6. Actually, you're the first one. Let me tell you what pissed me off about Jen's episode the first time she was here. Jen openly gives you the answer at the beginning of the podcast. She openly tells you the answer.
I remember that.
Well, I mean,
listened.
If you listen, she doesn't straight out say the answer, but she has a statement that pretty much negates. Like, if you'd have listened to her statement, you've been like, oh, then that's got to be bullshit, right? Oh. Am I wrong?
Uh-huh. And I still got one of you.
Yeah, you got me. Adam totally caught you because Adam doesn't believe in the story. If Adam did something else, you might have got him too. But I'm editing it, and I'm like, son of a bitch, she told us the answer.
Right,
Like,
yeah, right from the get-go.
Pulled the Carrie Gudrun.
She did. No, she did it successfully. Successfully, Carrie. She did it successfully.
She out-thunk ya.
Oh, so if you're new to the podcast, this is the Bullhucker podcast. And what we do is we have a guest on who's Jen Neb today, and she's going to tell us 3 stories about her life. The trick is only 2 of these stories are correct or true. One of them is a lie. It's a fib. Jen, out of your Bullhuckers, the Bullhucker, is it a borrowed story? Is it a totally made-up story? Or why is it not true? Don't go into great detail.
It is a borrowed and made-up story. A very embellished and borrowed story.
Okay.
Because I cannot tell a lie.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
I screw myself when I say that.
Densia tries to get you to commit the shit to make herself feel better if she gets it wrong. That's what she does.
I don't know why.
Also, you can check us out on Facebook. Please like our page on Instagram and on TikTok. Did you go on TikTok yet,
Dude,
Densia?
I did. I went to school the next day because I work at a high school. And I was like, hey, will you look up my friend? You know, there are other Larry Lundstroms. And then finally I said, try Moose. And
Right.
I found you.
I used to have that joke doing comedy because I looked up myself. I Googled myself, and there's a preacher. He has this huge church in Texas, right? There's a guy, Larry Lundstrom, who's a firefighter in New York City, a chief.
Oh.
You know, there's all these like
Reputable people.
There's one that owns this huge jewelry store. So that's when I figured out I am the worst Larry Lundstrom. Like, I am the shittiest Larry Lundstrom on the planet. You know, like, Larry Lundstroms are generally great people. And then there's the one from Brush, Colorado, who, you know.
Yeah. Don't mistake me for that piece of shit out in Colorado.
I think when you Google me, it just says, who?
Who?
Jennifer.
I'm sure there's a Jenny in Nebraska somewhere.
Jenny on the
Jenny
Neb.
from the block.
Yeah. Also on YouTube, if you check us out on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Actually, here on the bottom of the right-hand corner, you'll see a little red dot. Go ahead and hit that. It'll subscribe for us. That way you can get our content when it comes out almost every week. I've missed another week because slacker. So I was on vacation. I was out of town. So, and I was gonna do it every night in the hotel room and edit it, and then
Tell them what you did.
You did it every night in the hotel room, all right.
Yeah.
I passed out. Yes, that's what happened. So there was some drinking involved, and against my will. And then someone said, "Hey, you like tequila?" And I said, "No," but we drank it anyway. And then I woke up, and it wasn't. Turns out I'm 46, and it hurts now, like a whole bunch.
Bad.
Yeah.
But you did it again the next night, right? How long were you there?
I was there for a week.
Oh, my.
I found Jesus one night, though, so I stayed in the hotel room. We were fine. I found Jesus. We're cool.
We were fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, if it's your story.
Yeah, and he's like, keep drinking like this. You'll meet me in person soon. So I said, okay, no.
Sounds like the remake of like Depeche Mode, your own DMT Jesus.
Like the drug DMT.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Reach out and touch base.
That's not a fib.
Okay. And if on any, whatever you're getting your podcast, if you're listening to, please make sure you subscribe or follow or however it does on that particular forum. So before we get started, though, I want to hear a story in the other story about Densia. You said that because you and I met during comedy. That's how we met, right? Because you started doing comedy. We had a room.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, Dency and I have known each other since junior high. We started junior high together,
We did.
5th, 6th grade. So, no, it would have been 7th grade.
Like the 70s, right? What's up?
Not quite, but yeah.
Come on now.
1980.
Yeah.
81.
The real
Nice.
great times.
So, and I can't think of any like specific Jenny and Densia story, but we definitely ran in the same crowd and we had a lot of fun together. We were probably sneaking out, telling parents, I'm spending the night at her house, I'm spending the night at her house, and we were nowhere to be found. This is all pre-cell phone, free America.
Right. where you were free to be loose women.
Yep, and
Yeah.
and we were the age of non-moderation,
Oh, the
excess.
passion. Oh gosh darn it! What was that stuff called?
Purple passion.
Purple passion.
What
What's
about
that stuff
Matilda
called?
Bay? Matilda Bay in the box.
Purple
All night
Passion
drive-ins.
came in a 2-liter bottle. That should have been your first.
I got a
And it's
2 liter.
$2.
Yeah.
It's because hey,
I got suspended from high school drinking it under the bleachers over there at Legion Field. It
when you smiled, it looks like a blue Barney. That's what it looks
Yep.
like. 'Cause I mean, yeah.
was
Yeah.
like you've been eating black jelly beans.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And their marketing team, when they made Purple Passion, they said target market teenager. That's it, early teens. you
Yeah.
know?
These losers are going to have $5 and they're going to get wasted.
Right.
I got just the thing.
And it's purple going no matter which orifice it's going in or out of.
Now we're at the age, it's like, oh man, that would give me some heartburn. That sounds terrible.
I had that thought today. How many times do you like to eat something, but you look at it now and you're like,
Oh God.
I can't process that anymore.
Yeah.
I can't even
dang
drink
it.
cheap vodka. Like I have to have a decent vodka. Yeah. So I've become a little refined.
Hello, 50.
Hello.
Yeah.
Pinky in the air 50. I'm sorry. Is that the Wells vodka it's supposed to
Yeah.
do?
And your mother's like, no, I'm just trying to tell you to quit. Well, shut the fuck up because I'm not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The well vodka will do until the 7th one. Or then I'll have all the well vodka you have. Yeah.
Exactly.
Been there. Ugh. So you guys knew each other, though. You had a story about Dempsey you were telling. So
Oh, you want me to tell that?
yeah, you can hear that story. This
So-
isn't one of her regular stories. This is a bonus. Bonus.
Yeah. Woo.
So when I told my mother this morning that Dencia was going to be the co-host, I got really excited. And she's like, oh, I just heard the funniest story about Dencia. So she tells it to me. And I said, Mom, had you told me this a week ago, I would have made this my false story, beefed it up, and told it right back to Dencia.
And I'm so
And let
sad.
her sit there and go, how in the hell is this parallel universe happening? Because that was when we were hanging out. You were 15, 16?
Yes,
You're
yes.
15,
I
not
was
old enough to
15.
drive. Paul
Exactly.
wasn't either.
Nope. Yeah, I would have
So-
just been like, this is so weird.
So, and had I had the time, I'd have done it. But her story was her family went to Orlando and they had to share a timeshare. And the timeshare, did they get mad at you?
Well, we went to a presentation because my dad was cheap, and so we would get free things.
Oh,
And
okay.
I didn't know. Yeah.
The Vegas Strip Magic Show.
Yes.
Okay.
Good for
So
him.
they got a timeshare, and then the people would not return them to the airport with them. So I heard they had 9 suitcases or so, and there are 4 of them.
But 3 girls, right?
Well, it was just Wendy was married by then, so it was just me and
You
Paula.
and Paula. And they were marching it down the highway from Disney World to the Orlando airport, correct?
Oh my God.
The 4 of them. So I found it so amusing, and I wish I had known. And I would have sat right here and tried to keep a straight face and
That'd
said
have
it
been
right back.
Because we hitchhiked. We ended up hitchhiking. My
No, you
dad,
didn't.
no,
No,
my
you
dad
didn't.
jokingly
Oh, my
put his
God.
thumb out.
Oh, that's
and my mom
right.
was pissed. And she's like, put that thumb up. And about then, a little Toyota pickup pulled over. And I was like, get in. And I was like, okay.
I could just
This
see
is the day
Dempsey
we die.
and the
Yeah.
Hall family driving in the back of Toyota, and there's nothing but Mexican music just blaring.
Yeah, so you're in the back bed, right? With all your luggage.
Yeah,
and
with the pickup. And me and my
chicken
sister were
coops.
dressed all cute, And my dad was like, oh, get down, don't get bugs in your teeth.
Híjole, we lost our ass in Disneyland.
So yeah, we had a good laugh about it before the
That's
show started.
Funny, that's a good memory on your mom's end.
You bet it is, but I think she just heard it yesterday from your mom.
Oh.
They must have been canoodling somewhere. Mahjong. Yep.
Okay.
It's the Mahjong chicken coop.
The mahjong.
What the hell is the
I'm
mahjong?
okay. Well, I was like searching.
It's where all the ladies get together and play Mahjong, but then it's filled with gossip too. It's like being at the beauty parlor.
What's
Yeah,
mahjong? I don't even know what this is.
I don't know. It's a very strange tile game.
Yeah.
Harder than dominoes.
If you saw it,
okay.
you'd recognize it. It's,
Oh.
it's one of those before smartphones became smart where you could play like Snake or whatever.
Okay.
You could play Mahjong or Solitaire. That's- yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
So I bet you that's where they talked.
Okay.
Did you guys
good.
get to the airport in time?
We did. We did get
And
to
made
the
it
airport.
home. What a great story.
My mom was pissed the whole time.
Thank you, Toyota guy. You couldn't rent a car?
No. Did we?
You couldn't?
No, we were too far out. Like the timeshare people took us to this like secluded resort, and then when my dad said he wasn't going to buy, they were like, "Well, find your own way back," and we couldn't get a taxi or anything.
That's a dick move.
So we started
Oh.
walking. Yeah. Yes.
And I was going to say, who's that timeshare company? I'd dump them right,
Right,
there on the podcast. That's
exactly,
really
yeah.
underhanded. I didn't realize it was
well,
that.
you know, again,
They're,
80s.
they're retired now because they pulled that shit enough.
Well, no, they're probably still around because then they, cleaned up their shit because you couldn't really badmouth people on the internet back then.
Right.
And so they just
True.
kept
You
doing
couldn't
it.
yelp loud enough back
Yes,
then. Huh?
exactly.
Good yelp loud enough.
Well, and speaking of things, we were just talking about you and your beautiful curly hair.
My beautiful curly hair. So yes, it's
I
very,
love it.
Thank you. It's so different from what you and I both know that I used to have, and you. So it's new. It's out of control. I'm going to grow it out. But I was telling Dencia back when we were teenagers, I had this Sally Jesse Raphael thing going on. I was trying to find tortoiseshell sunglasses. I was going to bust the lenses out of them, put them on for you.
Ginny was a
Try to comb it
punker
over.
girl.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
You're the
Yes.
troublemaker, right? That was you?
I don't know that I was so much a trouble. I was kind of I was one of the smart kids too.
Okay.
But yeah, I was very much so a rebel, anti-established. I wasn't afraid to mouth off. But I didn't get into fights, and
As a lover, not a fighter.
yeah, I'm a very passive person. But I'll mouth off all day long.
She'll say,
It might even hurt, but
I'll be
yeah,
talking and you walk away. I'll be quiet.
that's right.
Yes. Yeah.
That's me totally.
Okay.
The passive-aggressive, angry girl.
All right. Okay.
And yeah, I've mellowed out a lot
Well,
since then.
looks
but
great.
Thank you.
It
I
looks
love it.
beautiful.
Good. It does look
Yes,
good.
I like it.
It's nice to have it again because when you're bald, it feels like your butthole when you're sitting on a porta potty. That unsettling draft.
Let me stop you there, Jen. Bald is beautiful.
Yeah.
There.
Bald is beautiful. Put your head down in a porta potty and feel the unsettling draft and tell me where that comes
Oh.
from. And then we'll talk the beauty of baldness.
You know what? I have. Thank you very much. I'm bald because I'm beating Mother Nature to the punch. You know what I mean? So it's it's ugly.
That's fair.
Every day I see another half an inch gone in the front. I'm like, ugh. I'm losing my. It's not a widow's peak that I've been telling everybody like bullshit. And be like, that's a widow's peak. They're like, you're going bald.
Yeah.
It's widowed out.
I have a camera in my house now by the front door, so I walked out. I saw myself walking out, and I go, I have a bald spot in the back of my head. I didn't know that. And I told Patty, I'm like, why didn't you tell me that? She's like, how don't you know that? And I'm like, I can't see the back of my head. She's like, well, here's some other things you might not know that's been bugging me. So it turns out.
Love her.
So it turns out I get kicked, and then I get kicked some more when I'm feeling bad. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, that's too bad. Here's something really punch you in the mouth. So
Yeah. And now I will spit on you.
Oh my goodness, that is great. Let me tell you some other things that are bugging me.
Oh, God. That is funny.
But
You
she
may
was
or
saying
may
it-
not have seen.
Yeah, she was just saying it's just because you might not. Since you didn't know that, you might not know this. And I'm just gonna go back at her, but I haven't thought of anything yet.
You
I'm
knew
not,
better.
I'm not the mean one.
Don't
thank
do
you.
it. Don't do it.
Not the
You are
mean
smarter than that.
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Yes, I am.
don't, huh?
It's
That's
easy,
a
Yes.
good word.
it's easy to roll over and stab somebody. Why are you hurting me? Okay.
Oh, God.
Well, as we said, we have a guest on, Jen Neb, and we're going to tell a few stories here, right? Are you ready to tell some stories?
I'm ready to tell some stories.
Do you want to read the stories, or do you want me to read the stories?
I love it. I'll read them because they're so great. Jen, this is amazing. PUI. Golden showers don't allow her to empower. It sounds like a book.
Golden showers don't allow her to empower.
Ooh, there you go.
I'm gonna write.
That's
I'm gonna
real
write a
good.
kid's book about it.
Wait.
Now that you've said this,
I'm actually going to let Larry read the last one, but please say it right.
I could have been Cosby.
yes.
I thought you were going to talk like him.
I don't know how to do a Cosby impression.
What? Really?
I know how to do that one guy. That's the only thing I
Fat
can do.
Albert.
Yeah,
Is that Fat
yeah,
Albert?
it's one of the kids. Like,
He's the one that his stocking hat's pulled all the way over, but somebody still cut a slit in it.
but he has
little-
two cuts
a little
for the
sadistic
eyes.
back
Yeah,
then.
well,
yeah.
we didn't
It's
know it then.
Bill Cosby.
I know it was a great show.
That's the mask he put on someone when we knocked him out. Bill. He's getting out of jail,
Goes with
too.
golden showers.
Isn't that crazy?
I've got
I
I got this
know.
hair now, at least Cosby hair.
Cosby.
Yes. Throw it out. It's beautiful.
All right, so 3 stories. Dencia, You're the guest. Pick it up.
Oh, you're too kind. Oh, God. I feel like I'm a sicko because I'm sorry. Golden showers it is.
Golden showers don't allow her to empower.
Golden showers.
Sir, let's hear it.
Okay, so I have spent a lot of my life, we all do, learning who our sexual being is, right?
Okay.
And we figure it out way later. And then we hope to goodness that we can trust in somebody that can respect and whatever, that you can communicate with it about, first of all. So I never, ever in my entire life got freaky like these. Everything that you can look up in the Urban Dictionary, I love to make fun of it all.
I thought she was going to go a different way with that.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did
tried
too.
it. No.
I thought that you were going to say everything in the Urban Dictionary.
No, I don't.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Like a TV show. So, yeah, I've never, I mean, most of it's just gross and disgusting. And it's something sexual I've never even wanted to explore. So, the most embarrassing part of this is to admit that this just happened like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Be true.
Yes,
Be true.
I'm 49 years old and, not still healing and not really into anything at this point.
Oh, God.
And there's this 26-year-old boy around the county, and I'm going to be real careful not name dropping this episode.
Let's call him Clyde just to be safe.
Okay, Clyde.
What if that's his name?
If he's named Clyde, he's already doomed for life. I mean,
Okay.
you're named Clyde.
Okay, his name is Clyde. So Clyde is 26, and he's quite sexy, and he's got a sexy voice, and he's fun. I've partied with him off and on for a few years. And he's always hit on me lightly, and I'm always like, I'm old enough to be your mom. Bitch, shut up, kitty, you know.
Right.
But keep hitting on me.
A few weeks ago, we're all at this party, and he's usually out of state working, so I rarely see him. But when he's in town and there's a party, and we're going to go, so we're partying down, and it's a big party, probably, I mean, at our age, a big party is like, 20 to 30, people.
Yeah, that's big.
That's big
That's
enough.
a rager.
And did it go
you
till
know?
midnight?
We went well past. It was like 4 in the morning. It was a good party. So, anyways,
Clyde don't play.
Yeah.
No, Clyde does not play. So the whole night he's flirting with me, and I'm just kind of blowing him off because, I don't really have an orbit with anybody rotating it, you know. So, and I'm just like, yeah, you're a child, you know. And at one point, I'm sitting on a bar stool right there at an island in the kitchen of these people's home. Music's playing, people are partying all around us. I'm sitting there drinking. One of my friends is standing right here, and he walks up to my friend and he barely whispers, I'm gonna go whip my dick out and pee on her, and let's see how weird it gets.
What? What?
Yeah.
Is he intoxicated?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I am too. I'm not gonna lie,
Because
but immediately.
sober, that'd be okay. That's okay, sober, as long as you're not
Exactly.
drinking.
Well, and I heard him say it, and the next thing I know, I realized her was me. I'm that her. And so here it is. His junk, which was pretty, by the way, but laying on my thigh, and I said, "You let one drop out of that onto me, and things are gonna get really weird." And the whole party just kind of stopped because I was loud. I was just like, you know.
I think you've handled it pretty well so far.
There might as well have been a record scratch. You know,
Yeah.
and the music stopped, and everybody's just like, it's like a scene out of 16 Candles or something. But way dirtier, you know.
Right.
So I told him to put his beautiful
Penis.
junk, yeah, Franks and beans,
Yeah.
put that away. You know, you can go pee on somebody else. Yeah, and that's basically the gist of my story. But I just thought it was so bizarre because Yeah.
Really? No, I think it's normal.
Yeah, that's
Do you
happening.
really?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Let me just say, I know Clyde too. I mean, it's not weird at all, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you want a golden shower, shower it up, you know. So
There should be some foreplay or something for
the
something
reason
like that.
There should be some serious, like 10, 12-year backing of a very committed
Thank you.
relationship.
Thank you.
Before somebody's like, hey, can I pee on you? Even, let alone tell the friend, I'm going to pee on her, and let's see how weird this party gets.
Did you ever like back it up? Like, what made you think this was a good idea? Like,
Yeah, I basically said, you know, if you let one drop out on me, it's going to get weird really, really fast. Because I figured if he started peeing on me, I was just going to grab onto it really tight so no more pee could come out. And maybe twist it really hard because I was angry. It's weird.
is it just like laying on your leg like this?
Yes. So it's just,
I can't actually do that, so it's
here it is.
I'm not gifted.
What?
Wow.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, first of all, I haven't seen one in quite a few years, you know. So, but yeah, you're just totally turned off. And before I thought this little boy's sexy, he can hit on me all he wants. And now when I see him, I'm just like,
Is it over? Then you don't feel anything for this guy anymore.
I never felt anything for him. If anything, it would have been a roll in the hay, getting my groove on with a
Right.
26-year-old kid, which I have no interest in either. You still have to train them.
You don't have to keep him.
No, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
But, no, and then I said, is that something normal that you do? You know, is you like to pee on people? And
Is
he's
that your
like,
generation's
yeah.
way of being
And he's like, I'm totally into it.
What?
And at this point, I'm just like, oh my God, it's really true. Because of course you've seen it in a movie or whatever.
Wow.
And everybody has their fetishes, but you're just like, ooh, now I actually know one. Do
Ew,
I
yeah.
have pee on you right now?
Do they teach that now? You guys are parents. I don't know. Okay,
I
son.
mean-
Tonight you treat her with respect. You open the door for her. You pay for dinner, and then pee on her dad. That's right, son. That's right. You pee on that girl.
Mark your territory right away if you like her.
That's
She'll
what it feels
stay, I
like.
promise. That is what it feels like. And that's what I thought. I thought, how degrading
Yes.
to even a woman or man who
I
would
would
allow
never-
themselves to be peed on.
I just never. That's not. Yeah.
But my first thought was, one, I can't believe this just happened to me. And one, I can't believe this happened to me this late in life. This has never even been discussed in my life before, ever, with anybody.
Yeah.
And thirdly, yes. What do you mean if this party gets weird? Were you expecting a giant golden shower orgy tomorrow
Dude, I have no idea.
in this lovely township? Come on.
Wow. I must be getting old because I'm getting to the age I'm thinking of the smells and I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh, I don't know. I don't
know.
know.
It's-
And we've been peed
Yeah.
on by babies.
Yeah.
It's just as
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
You should have told him that. Be like, that's not the first baby dick that's peed on me, Clyde.
Oh my
Have at it.
gosh! I wish I had thought of a baby dick.
Yeah.
Darn it!
I mean, always insult the penis. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
the way to get us to go.
I should have. I
"Oh."
should have said, "Oh, by the way, I'm sorry about your tiny penis," but it was pretty.
Yeah,
so I
it
did
was
say,
pretty.
it's pretty, but get it off my thigh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my breasts and your thighs and everything, nothing's
Were
gonna
you
mix
all-
right here.
Put it here.
And then go.
You naughty, naughty boy.
And so you do that, and he goes,
Boy.
"Oh, yeah. I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse." Someone grab Clyde.
Oh, God.
Now it's more than pee, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
A little blood. Get chested,
I really
Clyde.
screwed some
Get
things
tested.
up. Oh my goodness. So yes, that is my golden
wow.
showers. Don't allow her
And
to
I guess
empower.
you get some fetishes.
Because I felt dirty, even
Yeah,
though it didn't
maybe.
happen to me. I
Yeah.
just felt like I want to go home and take a real hot water shower with soap.
Right. Tom, we're getting old. The fetishes are weird now. Like after you're done, you're like, what we should do now? Let's go make a sandwich. Eat it off each other? Eat it, period. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm hungry.
Eat it
And-
separately in different rooms.
Maybe the
got a
news is
book to
still
read.
on. That sounds sexy.
Hey. What's on the DVR? I haven't checked that lately. Ooh, CSI.
Ooh. Oh, Dateline.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Oh,
So
it's
yeah,
weird.
and then that's the weirdest part was literally just a few weeks ago. And then when you called me, I didn't even have to think. I'm like, well, I got one story. We're gonna talk about the. Let's
So have you
pee-
seen him
Let's
since
pee
then?
on me. I have.
You have.
Yeah. And I just ignore it, like kind of like it didn't happen. Maybe a different personality in me comes out from the trauma. I don't know, but no, not really. But no, I just treat it like.
He's a
Maybe,
silly little
yes,
boy.
you're a silly little boy.
You're a
Okay,
silly little boy.
I'm not being insulted by saying this, but this is a little young for your generation. But I have a female friend who told me that that's kind of a normal thing online anymore. Like, get pictures all the time, not peeing on people, but just dick pics, just show up in your inbox. Is that a
I
thing?
have heard this too from like single friends.
I've had hundreds of dick pics. In fact, I just made a one-liner about it the other night. It said, if you're going to continue sending me dick pics, just please send me a picture of your face because you're a dick. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of them. We were going to cut a bunch out, take pictures, cut a bunch out, and
Right.
make a drinking spinner game out of all the dick pics.
That is so weird. Like on your Facebook, like they're just like, hey.
Yeah, she's single, and it's on her Facebook.
People
It says
we
she's
know.
single.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Larry.
I'm trying to think.
Usually when it's someone we know or it's somebody that's even committed people we know,
Oh my God.
I'm more than happy to say I'm going to put you in my PowerPoint presentation, and if you send me another one, I'm going to put your name at the bottom.
That is so
and I'm going to put it
weird.
on the stage at my next comedy show behind me.
I wonder, do girls do that?
I never had one. Send me that.
A dick pic?
Well, no, just being like, you know, send them to their inbox.
Yes.
I don't get a array of clams sent my way. No.
Sex is not sacred anymore. Sex is just it's just another America's pastime for fun.
Wow.
It's very casual. It's very different. And Grindr got the lockdown on how to get it and get it fast.
Oh my
Is
God.
Grindr the gay one?
Yes,
Okay.
where you can it, like beeps you right to them. Oh, this person does this. Oh, hey, hi, they're right here in front of me.
Wow.
Yeah, it pinpoints you right to them.
Oh my God.
But I mean, so I hate to say it, but the whole dick pic thing, and it obviously has some effectiveness. It must work sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it probably has some.
Maybe with some women, maybe.
Maybe. This generation below us, though. It's
Yeah,
a different
it
ballgame.
is
you know?
very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, not necessarily looking at one is very enticing.
Right.
They kind of look like one of those sea cucumbers.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
in
just
the
weird to me. Like, how
ocean.
would you not like be afraid? Like they would like pass it on, or like your picture's gonna be on, like all over.
I don't
like
think you do. I've never done it because it's like that.
right.
You know, I mean,
yeah, you're like scared.
I've never sent a dirty pic to anybody. So
Okay, this is funny. So it was a dirty pic, but I think you know this story. So when texting first started happening, my sister and her husband were texting back and forth, and he was away, and so she was like, I'm going to text really dirty. And so she was like thinking of the dirtiest things and sent it.
with her to her hubby.
And then she calls me right away. Oh my God, how do you take back a text? And I was like, I don't think you can. I
You
think
don't,
once you
yeah.
go, it's there. She's like, oh my God, I sent it to Dad. So my dad, we were all working together. It's like 2 days later, he's finally like, what is this noise? And I was like, I think you got a text message.
Oh no.
He opens it up. He's like, Jesus, Paula Lynn, you could make a sailor blush.
I love it.
You know what?
Oh,
good
Your
for
dad
her.
was awesome. At least
Your dad was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was traumatizing.
He had such a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
But yes, dick pic is very real. You get it a lot. I actually just got from one of our classmates a request for a picture of my feet.
Ew.
And I thought, I went through chemo 2 years ago and lost all my toenails. Do you want a picture of my feet?
I was going to give you a picture of my feet. Up there.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Who asked?
There's just some dirty pervs out there, and I think they think.
Do they want to know who the feet belong to?
They
Like,
want
is
it to
that
be
part of the
seen.
frill?
I don't know. I have heard. I have a friend who told me I could take pictures every day of my mastectomy boobs and make a ton of money online.
What?
And I was like, I'm desperate to pay my medical bills, but I'm not that desperate. I don't even like to look at them. Why would anybody else? But he said there's huge weird fetishes out there, and they don't
Oh,
care.
yeah. Oh,
They'll buy
yeah.
your smelly shoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can
my
sell your
God.
smelly shoes, pictures of your feet,
Wow.
The
The
world's
world's
getting crazy,
full-
dude. It's,
I don't like
The
it.
world's full of freaks. And now we've been locked up for 2 years, so it's getting
Yeah.
freakier.
well, let me ask you this: is it new, or is it just because of the internet you know about it now?
I think that has to do has a lot to do with it. The media throws it right in your face.
I don't think the world's getting any worse than it ever has been.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think it's always been bad. We just have more access to the knowledge of it, you know?
Right.
So-
And quicker access to it.
Crazy.
Wow.
Well, what do you think about that story, Dencia?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm sorry that went to. I'm sorry that happened to you, but I'm hoping it's true. I'm not gonna lie to
Exactly.
You're like, please don't let that be the lie. Please
you. Don't let that be the lie.
Right.
What do you think?
I mean,
Inconclusive right now.
yes. Well, because I haven't heard the rest of them. It's always hard when you haven't heard the rest of them.
Right. The first one's always tough.
Yes, exactly. What do you think? True?
See, I don't know either. I want
Yeah.
it to be true, but I think you might have stumbled on something there. So we'll see. We'll see.
okay. Oh.
We'll see. Inspector.
I'll get my
Larry.
innocent
Okay.
eyes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who, me?
Yeah. Not me.
Inspector Larry. Okay. So I got I could have been Cosby or PUI. Well, I got to do, you know what? I know the ones I want to hear, so I'm going to save it to the third one. So I'm going to go PUI.
All right, PUI. So, this also happened during COVID. But during COVID, I found myself drinking alcoholic beverages just a tad bit more. Out of pure
Like everybody else.
lonesome
Yeah.
and
Welcome
boredom.
to America, yeah.
And I'll bet you between 30 and 45, I didn't go through one handle of vodka. Not one.
Oh, 30 years old. Okay.
Yeah, that whole 15-year period. And I'll bet you now, I think I've probably in the last 2 years plowed through 3 or 4. So
Yeah.
I'm rolling in it. I'm hitting
Good
it
for you,
hard,
man.
know.
Good for
So
you.
Yes. Get it, girl.
yeah, so I've been making more drinks. And so as soon as they opened up bars and you could actually go in, still wear a mask, but you had to take it off when you're drinking,
Yeah.
very strange. But okay, I'm going to go and have a drink in my mouth the whole time because I'm not covering my mouth. So I go to a neighborhood bar. I'm in Greeley, and I go out with some girlfriends, and we go and have, a wild middle-aged lady night. We have some drinks, some cocktails. We talk our gossip. They bitch about their husbands. I don't have that luxury, so I just bitch about whatever. It doesn't matter.
Does he pee on you? No. Well, he's a keeper.
Yeah, right.
Quit complaining. He's a keeper.
That should be my newest question. Does he pee on you? Get that, know that right up front before you even start dating. Just ask. Cleveland steamers, golden showers, dirty enchiladas. No, strike 3, you're out.
Dirty Sanchez.
The dirty Sanchez. I think that Fort Morgan needs a handyman service, and they need to call it the Dirty Sanchos. Am I wrong? I'd call them.
Not to get off the subject, but
Yes.
the Dirty Sanchez is the first thing like that I ever heard of. Like, I didn't know they had like little cute names for disgusting sexual stuff.
Yes,
As a-
they're darling.
The club I worked at, he's like, one of the bouncers talking about some girls, like, give her the Dirty Sanchez. I go, well, I don't know what that is. So explain it to me. I'm like, why would you do that to a human being, dude? Why would you, like, do you want stabbed? Is that because I'd cut your ass?
Yeah.
I'd cut your ass good, you know?
I spent years on Facebook telling people I was constantly trying to find the perfect dirty enchilada. And then finally somebody said, have you ever Urban Dictionary that? Now I don't look for dirty
don't know
enchilada.
what
I look
that
for a
is.
really good enchilada.
I don't either, but I'll be Googling dirty enchilada.
Yeah.
As soon as we're done.
Dirty, yeah, you got to Google it because it's, just Google it.
Okay.
Probably a little spicy for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus, my mother listens to this, and I don't want Mary Luns to know what the dirty enchilada is. I don't want to.
NSFP. Even for me,
Right. NSFP.
not sufficient for podcast.
Oh,
Not safe for
okay.
podcast. When
My-
they do the NSFW, it's not safe for work.
Okay, got you.
My mom told me that when I was little. I don't remember the story, but she tells everybody the story. She thinks it's hilarious. I heard the word blowjob for the first time, and I was young. Like, I don't know, probably 8, 9. I don't know. And I guess the dinner table with her, and me, and my grandparents were like, I was like, "What's a blowjob?" And my grandpa, was spit out his food. And my grandma, she kept calm. She was a good Christian woman, And mom said, "We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later." And I guess after I left the table, my grandma goes, "What is a blowjob?" My mom, I tell her, like, "I'll let your husband tell you. I'm not telling my mother what that is." So.
I never understood why it wasn't suck.
Oh.
Because,
Well, we could try and start now. I was calling it that if you'd like, Jen.
blowjobs, all the ladies would be happier. There'd be no inflation going on there. Okay, so anyways, it's during COVID. It lightened up. So we decided we're going to go out and blow off some steam, just because. So we go to a neighborhood bar in Greeley up on 10th and proceed to get too drunk for me to drive. So I am staying with my friends who live quite a lot further than where we were at. One of them is with me, but she had gotten angry and left. So she's gone. So my ride's gone. So I decide I'm going to call my other friend. You got your A group friends and your B group friends. You don't tell them which group is which.
B group.
But
B
it's
group.
like Fight Club. You don't talk about it. So my friend Amanda, not in A group. So I call her up and I'm like, you live so close to McDonald's and I'm drunk. Can I stay at your house? And she's like, sure. And I'm like, okay, I'm walking. She's like, I'll come get you. And I'm like, okay, I'm walking. I'm real close, So I go trucking it. And I decide that I have to go to the bathroom. And I don't know what has happened with COVID, but I think employees have just decided, hey, we don't want to clean it, so they're just still off limits everywhere. You can't. Public restrooms are shut down everywhere.
That's true.
Right.
That's
Terrible. So I go in and ask if I can use the bathroom, and they tell me no. And I'm like, well, what if I buy something? Thinking, okay, do I got to be a customer? Give me a Big Mac. Give me a bunch of stuff. I'm drunk, whatever. Filet of fish, hook it up, So they're like, no, our bathrooms are shut due to COVID. And I'm like, okay, really? I'll clean it, I really got to go. So I leave, and I'm angry because I've had a little to drink. And I decide, out of pure spite, I'm going to pee in their parking lot.
Atta girl.
So, and normally I'd go to take cover because I know there's cameras and, life's watching me. And I decided I didn't care. So I drop trowel, and I'm leaning against a car, hoping the whole time it's one of the employees. I hope this is your car, the one that told me no, Peeing in the parking lot, and I had my purse in my arms, and I'm down there hunkered down peeing. And do you guys realize where I'm talking? I'm at the McDonald's on 10th Street in Greeley.
Is that where the fast food row is?
Kind of. It's right across the street from the Greeley Police Department.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So, mid-pee, here he comes. And I was just like, oh, no, And he tells me he's going to give me DUI because I'm leaning on a car. So I'm sure he thinks.
That's your car.
It's my car. She pulled over to pee.
Right.
And I'm like, no, you're not going to give me DUI. I'm not driving. So he's like, well, you have your purse and you're leaning against this car and you're peeing right outside of it. And I said, yeah, I hope it's the employee at McDonald's who wouldn't let me pee in McDonald's. I'm still just, yeah, I am. So I managed to talk my way out of the DUI because I literally said, go in there and ask if that's my car.
Right.
I just made him angry, but go ask. And it turned out it was one of the employees' cars, not the one that told me no, but I was still peeing close enough. Got the tires at least, I'm sure.
Sure.
So I ended up I got arrested. I got arrested for public intoxication, urinating in public, and indecent exposure.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, let's stop you there. So the peeing in public is that a sex offender thing now?
That's what I've heard.
It is. And so is the indecent exposure. The indecent exposure is even more because pee is seeing your vajayjay is way worse than seeing your pee, right?
Right.
So yeah, I got in quite a lot of trouble, and this was just in the last couple of years too. And I ended up getting out of. I ended up only taking the public intoxication.
Nice.
Because one. Yes, I'm not a registered. Thank goodness I've made it all these years without having to register. So, yeah, I've never really been in a whole lot of trouble. So.
How long did you spend in jail?
I only spent 2 nights in jail.
2 nights?
Yeah, I bailed myself out and was out, and then I had to deal with all the court and everything. But yeah, it's a night. You expect to get that when you're drunk in an alley when you're 25, walking home from the titty bar.
Could have happened.
In Capitol Hill.
Yes, it's seriously.
But yeah, out of pure spite, I just dropped trowel, and I wasn't even thinking I'm across the street from the police station.
Right.
That's not even crossed my mind. All that's crossing my mind is
I gotta pee.
And I'm going to pee on that car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can hear her talking to the judge, and he's asking if she's a sexual pervert. And he's grilling her, and Jen's like, no, and he's like, do you know a Clyde? She's like, damn it, Clyde!
Have you heard of Clyde?
Yeah.
The 26-year-old.
Yeah. We'd like to bring him forward right now. Yeah.
Seems like he treated you like you just treated that car tire, ma'am.
Well, you got a thing with peeing.
Character reference.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie.
We all got to do it.
Nancy, how many places have you peed? That's weird. I mean, and honestly, for
Oh,
me,
yeah.
it's so many.
Well, when we were kids, we used to drive around out in the country and
Yep.
we just pee in the ditch, which,
Yeah.
you go home covered with dirt and stickers, and your parents never quite wondered why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half peed on pants because you didn't have toilet paper, you
Yep.
know.
I think that's so shitty. That's such a shitty rule that if you get caught in public peeing, if
Yeah.
you're in public, like if you're in a crowded and then you whip
Right.
it out, yeah, that's a problem.
Especially now, and even still, when
Right.
I go to my doctor's appointments in Denver, that you can't find a public restroom
No.
for nothing. You have to
No.
go out into the suburbs.
You're right,
You have to
it
go to a
is really hard.
Walgreens. You got to get a code. Walgreens, King Supers, and Walmart. Just FYI, you can pee in those.
I mean, that's why I'm glad I'm a dude. Much
Yeah.
easier for us. I mean,
You bet it
You
is.
got a bottle. You're good to go. You know, you
Yep.
have to fill up twice, but you got to go. You know, so
Yeah, and I'll bet you everybody's peeing all over the cities now because they can't get in anywhere else.
Seriously. That is very true.
But to be honest, I mean, if you owned a business, would you reopen the restroom to the public? Hell
Right,
no. Hell
right.
no. You ever cleaned a public restroom? It's awful.
Yes, I managed 7-Elevens in Denver forever.
Oh, you win. No, you absolutely
Yeah.
win.
You
win.
Yeah.
I've
Okay,
cleaned-
I give up.
If I have to go in and it's dirty, I'll clean it. The cleaner's usually right there in the bathroom with you. I'll clean a bathroom before I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked at that Wendy's in high school for years, and there's been there's accidents, you know, and there was an old woman who had an accident. She's probably embarrassed, so she just left it. And it's when you walk in, you're like, oh my god, like it's everywhere. Like, did she explode? Look for a head.
Look for a head.
But I called Tim. What's up, Tim? And I'm like, you got to clean this. And he's like, I ain't cleaning that. I'm like, someone's got to clean it. So he took the hose in there. We got the hose from the back and just hose it. Oh, dude, I mean, come on, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
this is 1995.
Back when graffiti was good.
1995.
Have
so
you been reading any bathroom graffiti lately?
no, but
It's terrible.
We
Yeah.
got paid like $5 an hour, $5.95,
Yeah.
whatever it was. And
Right. $5.25.
Yeah, it wasn't worth that to the old
No
boy.
more chili.
No more.
No more chili for anybody.
Until someone fesses up to this.
Unless you're in the drive-through and you're not coming in.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
But you worked at that Wendy's too.
I did work at that Wendy's, yeah. It was
I
a
love
good
the
place.
chili.
Yeah.
Good to know I always got it to go.
Go see how they make it. See if you love the chili.
It's got to be the torn up
Yeah.
square burger patties
Yeah, it
because
is.
I've definitely caught a corner before.
Right.
And you're like, wait a minute, this is yesterday's burgers.
I'm on to you, Wendy's.
Right now they're at their corporate office and like, we gotta shut the Bullhucker podcast down. We got a security leak.
Little
Security leak.
red-headed pigtail girl coming down the aisle.
Security leak.
I told you that fat bastard in 1992 would be a bad deal. He's like shady as fuck. So all right, well,
Okay.
well, we got 2 down. What do you think so far?
Okay, I feel like I'm feeling a way. I have a feeling.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Both are great stories though.
A lot of
2
pee.
for 2.
A lot of pee.
We might have to take a bathroom break.
My other one about pee? Oh, good. It's not about pee.
Okay.
I'm gonna be episode 50 and mine's on the other end. So
I can't wait.
I have an active colon. We'll just say that. Okay. All right. So we got PUI and golden showers don't allow her to empower out of the way. We got one left, and this is the one I want to hear. Is
All right.
I could have been Cosby.
I could have been Cosby.
I could have been Cosby.
So, when Owen was growing up, he was really into BMX and skateboard and, his gangster raps. So, and he has a buddy that they're still friends today, and really good friends today, and they run around together, and they have for years. And his buddy spent a lot of time in our home. Kind of a latchkey kid, he was,
Right.
so he was always at our house hanging out, and he was a cool kid, good kid. And they come home one night from gangster rapping and working in their beat studio. And they had just come from his house, which is 3 or 4 blocks from our house. And by the time he got to our house, he's injured. Oh, Ma, I hurt my knee. So I'm like, okay, you're 15 years old. Okay,
Right.
So he spends the night. The next morning, they wake up, and he's this tall, skinny, gangly little kid. He wakes up and his knee's this big around. And he's like, Ma, he comes out limping. I can't even walk. I told you I really hurt my knee. You didn't believe me, you know. So I really don't know the rules about giving kids drugs or even Advil. You know, you're just like, well, can I give you some Advil? Can I give you some, you know, and I'm not like talking Percocet or anything, but can I give you, what are the rules? What are the rules?
Toughen up, thug. What's up, homie?
So I gave him like this big double dose of Advil, and then I go and get an Ace bandage and some ice, you know, because I figure he's probably not going to walk home.
That's what you do.
So I get the ice in the bag and wrap it in a towel, and then I start wrapping his knee as tight as I can. And I get to the end, and it was one of the ones that has the Velcro strap. The Ace bandage has the Velcro instead of those terrible hooks that you lose all the time.
Right.
And I realize I have wrapped it backwards. The Velcro's on the outside and not going to connect to around his leg. Right.
Okay.
So I'm hastily, I unwrap it, and I'm just like, grr, you know, and I get it turned around, and I start wrapping it again. Well, at one point, I go to get the next piece to wrap it around his knee, and I accidentally pinched the head of his dick.
Oh! No. No.
Because it was, and I don't even think about it, you know? You're like, I'm treating a child. And I just went to grab the Ace bandage, and I got it. I mean, I felt it. I knew it.
Listen, Jen, I'm going to stop you there. If you're working on his knee and you hit his dick, that's no child. Okay, that's a man. Okay, that's impressive. Okay, if you're wrapping his knee and you got to look at avoid the testicles, that's
not necessarily what I'm saying. I'm saying when I unhastily rolled it, it was just kind of strewn up this way, you know, up towards his crotch area, which I'm just like wrapping, and then I just went to grab.
Good for you, guy. Whoever you are out there, good for you.
He's the one that told me to tell this story.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
God.
I tell you to tell the story too. If I was there, like
Actually, tell him my name while you're at it too. Here's a picture.
she racked me while she was fixing my ankle that I sprained.
Give him my snap handle, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So I pinched the head of this kid's dick, and not only do I about have a freaking heart attack, you know, because you're like, I'm well aware of what I've just done, because we've all done love taps to our loved ones over the years. You know. So I knew what I had gotten, and he jumped sky high. Like, he was just like, oh, my God. So there was this moment of panic between all of us. Owen's standing there going,
what did you do?
like I had just disgraced my son in the worst possible way, and like he knew our house was going to end up on the chicken pox of the county offender list. So without skipping a beat, this kid goes, gee, Ma, I've been coming here for years feeling all safe in your house. And he goes, I didn't realize that one day you were going to Cosby me. And I couldn't help but I just bust up laughing. You know, I realize it's completely inappropriate, a terrible time for me to bust up laughing. But he knows I do comedy, and he knows I got a sick, twisted mind. So the minute he said it, I could not help but laugh. And then Owen's like, who's Cosby? You know,
Cosby?
typical Owen fashion. Go gangster rap about him. Write it up, son. And my mom didn't know what had happened. She just probably thought we were shenaniganing. Yes, I'm shenaniganing with a 15-year-old. Put me on the list. You know, and thank goodness this kid's been friends with Owen for so long, because he was at least lighthearted enough to realize
knew it was innocent.
Right, realize that it was completely innocent.
Right.
But it was just quite hilarious how the whole thing just kind of transpired
That is
out
funny.
of control. But yeah, just his one line was the best thing I had ever heard. Just, I can't believe I feel safe here, and then you try to come over here all these years you're trying to give me Cosby me, you know.
It was the perfect way to like break the ice of the awkward moment.
Yep. And then the other night I ran into him, and I was telling him I was going to be on the podcast again, and he goes, "You're going to tell our story?" And I was like, "What story? Like the time I asked you if you started smoking weed and you lied to me, and I got really mad at you and told you were a little piece of crap, you know?" And he goes, "No, not that bad story." He goes, "Cosby story, Ma." He's like, "Tell the Cosby story." And I said, "Oh my God." Name.
I'll leave it out.
Okay. Yeah. I just said, "Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that." But now the kid's 19. He's in college. He's He's a
Right.
man now, so yeah, but legit.
That's
I
so
pinched
funny.
the head of my kid's best friend's penis while simply trying to administer some really bad first aid.
So when
Innocent.
she's in front of that judge for the peeing incident, he's like, "You heard her cry," and she starts to cry, and he's like, "Wrapped any knees lately, Mrs. Neb?" She's like, "Just take me to the jail. You got me. You got me."
Yeah,
have
today
anything.
was all about pee and young boys. That's very strange.
It is. It's got a theme. That's for sure.
This will be the Cougar podcast.
The
That's
Cougar podcast.
There you
Cougar
go.
edition, yeah.
Gosh, I think you might be the first person that's ever referred to me as that, and I
Well,
don't appreciate it.
To your face, Jen. To your face. Okay.
You're like, trust me, some of them are calling you the old lion.
But you know what they call me? Creepy, okay?
They call me creepy.
Wear that one. That sucks.
You
Hey,
get used to it.
yeah, creepy old man. Like, that's a creepy old man. I think we call him Larry. I got a name. It's Larry or Moose, whatever you want.
Creepy
When I
Larry.
go with my
Yeah.
dude group, we go out to the titty bar. I go out with a group of guys, and we always end up at the titty bar. They're all married and taken, and I'm the only chick that goes with them. And every time they're like, "How come you get so much play?" I don't even have to take dollars. I
Right.
get all the action.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have to take no money.
Right.
And they're like, "How come you get all the action?" And my response to every one of them is, "Because I'm not creepy."
Because I'm
Like, there's no expectation with me. They know I don't want them. They know there's no
They feel
fantasy
safe.
with me.
They feel safe.
Yeah, I was
when
like,
I-
I can motorboat all night long.
Because when I talk to the stripper, I'm not breathing heavy. Weirdo. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I caught one night going like this. Not one of my friends, one of the single guys that sits up right at the stage by himself. He's got his money here.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that is creepy.
We're just watching that twerk. His eyes were probably doing this.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. I worked at a nightclub in Pueblo, and they had the Chippendales come in, right? Where there'd be male strippers.
Fun.
Okay, guys are creepy because they sit there and stare. Women are loud.
Yes.
And then, you've seen strippers, obviously.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Male strip shows are way crazier than dude shows.
Well, yeah, because men will.
Women go wild.
Yeah, yeah. They'll actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll touch you. They'll do all kinds of weird shit. I mean,
and they
it's-
make him feel special.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They'd come to tip us when they get their cranberry juice or whatever. And they'd hand me a sweaty $1 bill. And I'm like, well played, because you keep that, you rotten bastard.
I don't even want it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, guess what? I stuck my pinky in your cranberry juice. There you go.
We're even, kinda.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
so-
Second knuckle right before, too.
That's my nose picking pinky, too. Okay, we got to wrap this up here pretty quick. So we got 3 great stories. Yes, Nancy?
Yes, they are great stories. Yes, very good stories.
I'm glad you came back on.
lot
Jen.
of
We need to
fun.
have you
I was
more.
so excited when
It
you
is.
asked me. I was just like, oh my God, I have so many more stories. I
know-
just
Oh my
started
God.
pouring through stuff.
I wish you to swap stories since it's going to be around. It's been October comes out. I'd like to get Halloween stories on here.
Ooh,
If
that's
you-
a great
If you got
idea.
scary stories for the next, well,
I like it.
it'd be kind of cool. It'd be
I
kind of
like
cool
it.
because you had a ghost story in your first one.
It was my lie.
Yeah.
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 Spoiler alert in case you want to go back and watch Jen's.
Tell the you would we don't care, like, right? You
Yeah,
like
yeah,
and be
yeah.
that, but we don't
Maybe
know
you can
that.
come up with
Yeah.
a great, huh? And you have a creepy story.
We do, yes, exactly.
So, okay. So
Okay.
now what we do? Did we do the rock paper scissors when you were here?
Yep.
We did. We already started that. That
Yep,
was early
yep.
on. Are you a 4-pumper or a 3-pumper?
I am a 3-pumper all day long.
What up, G?
Okay.
2-hitter quitter, 3-humper pumper, or
Thank
three,
you.
not a 3-humper pumper.
Thank you. I'm all above, but I don't care. I'm good with it. So,
Hey.
you're a dirty 4-pumper.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I think
That's
we
what
should
it
do 3
is.
because there's 2 of us at the table this time.
Rock, paper. So then I have to shoot on 3?
Yep.
1, 2, boom. Okay, okay,
You ready?
okay. I hope it all okay, go.
And do you want to know why I picked that? Because when she was saying, so I got to go on 3, you did the paper, so I knew.
I did. I suck at this.
Man.
You were
really
one step ahead of the pumper?
Yes.
So Dencia's got to tell, is what you're saying.
Right.
So I'll tell you the story real quick. We're going to wrap this up. But Adam, this is how the 3 and 4 pump thing came up because he's a 4-pumper and I'm
Yeah.
a 3-pumper. So, like an idiot, I always pick scissors. And he was in the middle of his thing. He's not ready to shoot yet, so he was always rock. And I'd be like, "Oh, you got me again." He's like, "Yeah, I did." He didn't tell me, like I wasn't ready.
That's funny. I'm on to you. You're always rock. I got this. I'm always paper from now on.
And were you? No, you were scissors.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was like, shit.
Yeah, because he's always rock and rock, precious scissors.
So do I have to go first?
You have to go first.
Okay.
So we have 3 stories to pick from. We have PUI, Golden showers don't allow her to empower. That's hard. That's a tough one to say.
That is hard.
And I could have been Cosby, which is the creepiest.
Could have been a Cosby.
Creepiest. And that's saying something for this podcast.
Okay, I feel like I could have been a Cosby is true. I just do because of like the connections and the way it went down and everything. PUI and golden showers. I'm debating between the two. I think I'm going to go with PUI.
Really?
I think because I feel like 2 days in jail, I was like, that's a long time. But look, I don't know. I've never been arrested. I don't know.
Knock on
If
wood.
you get arrested on a Friday, you're not getting out till Monday.
That's true. Okay, now I know. And I kind of feel like little Clyde is out there.
Little Clyde.
Little Clyde is out there in his beautiful penis.
She told us about you, Clyde. That's why we call you Little Clyde now. So.
And you know who you are.
Yeah, your beautiful penis. I'm going with PUI.
Okay, PUI. So I'm going to agree on the fact I could have been Cosby. It's both creepy and true. That's a great story, by the way. I think PUI is true. For some reason.
Really?
I think that's a Jen Neb special. That just I hear that and I'm like, out of all the people I know, if he'd have told me that story, it was a female who peed and then fought. I'd been like, Jen Neb? Well, there's probably 3 or 4 women I know that I would have guessed.
Spite
like,
Pierce.
Yeah. Golden showers don't allow her to empower, I think, is the Bullhucker. Because you had said this happened recently, and then you came back and said it happened a couple weeks ago. But you made it sound like it was more recent than that the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's it. Plus, you had no notes for that when you were kind of winging it seems like.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
But
Yeah, it was my last one to write my notes on.
But, I mean, if it's that, no, that could also mean that you just know the story so well because it's an actually true story.
And it was recent.
So, yeah. But I'm going to go with the golden showers don't allow her to empower. Although that breaks my heart because I'm hoping I'm wrong because I think that's a great story. And Dancy's going to go PUI. So, Jen Neb, whip it out. Let's see.
Are you guys ready for this?
Maybe
Ready.
that's a poor choice of words of Jen Neb to whip it out.
I don't want to get peed on.
All righty, here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
So PUI, my friend, peed across the street from the McDonald's police department.
So your friend actually did this.
She actually did it, and she got a DUI. She was
really?
was driving and had stopped and had gone in. And it was funny because when you told me to come up with another story, I'm like, I'm going to tell her DUI story.
Oh, man.
Oh,
The
my
spite pee.
God. But did she get like any indecent exposure or anything?
No, she just straight up got a DUI.
I mean, which
a
might
very
be...
expensive DUI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So-
Which sucks too.
And you know her. I'll never give her name. But yes, one of my very dear friends has happened to her. I have never, like I said, been in much. When I said I wasn't in much trouble, I've never been in trouble.
Yeah.
I've never had a DUI. I've never been in trouble for anything.
Me neither. Knock on wood.
I'm a bad
Right?
driver, and I was until I was about 23, and then
Right.
I've never been in trouble since.
Good story, Jen. Good story.
Man, I thought for sure you had it right.
story.
Man.
And
Well played.
Clyde, we salute you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting story.
Yeah. Man, that sucks.
I thought you would both guess that one just because of the pure outrageousness of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I thought I've got them stumped this time. They're both going to guess the golden shower one because who literally whips their dick out and says they're going to pee on a 49-year-old
Well, I don't know, but I
woman?
feel like you have
Clyde.
a lot of crazy
Clyde
shit happen to
did.
you.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you do, Jen.
all the stories were crazy. So it was like, who knows?
I got great stories. I love them.
I'd like to have comics on this sometimes because comics, I won't say they are funny. They are funny. But you have this trait to realize when stupid shit happens, you can talk about it.
Yeah.
You can recognize
Right?
it as being ridiculous. And,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's
You bet.
And you are good at that. You tell me all kinds of shit that happened to you. I'm like, why would you tell me that, Dan? I'm glad you did. That'll come up later in life, but yeah.
Well, because if you can't laugh at
Dan-
yourself,
Dancia-
right?
Dancia
Yes,
Dancia
exactly.
has always been an entertaining and
Right.
funny person.
Right.
As long as I've known her, she's never not been able to produce laughs.
At my own expense sometimes, but that's okay.
At your
That's
own
what we
expense,
do,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
So, Jen, thank you
you,
so
good
much.
friend.
Is there anything you want to pump while you're here?
I don't think so. No, I'm trying to get all my comedy locked down and try to get up to some shows in Denver.
Right.
So I'll
Right
post
on.
those
Let us
my-
know. I want to see it.
I'll post those on my Facebook page, which is
Right.
not my real name. It's Genevieve, Jeneveve.
See, I hate when people change their name on Facebook, so I'm looking for them sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
God, what's your name now?
I've done that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and I did mine for very specific reasons.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's more of like a runaway from the past.
I
So.
got you.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
And if I'm going to start trying to get into comedy, I don't necessarily want to be the same person I was growing up.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Starlight.
yep.
Starlight's a good name.
Starlight. Glitter Essex.
That's right. So you can have guys look at
Hello.
you like this.
Yeah.
Yes. Golden showers at your service.
The audience would be so scared.
Before we wrap it up, I just want to remind you, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Also, if you're on, what?
Thank you to this.
And thank you to the Sands Theater. Chelsea's going nuts right now.
She
She's listening
is.
to this.
She
Chelsea
is.
Schrader's like, why? If she could fire me from my own podcast, she wouldn't take this over. And you know what?
Yes,
Maybe
thank
she
you,
should.
Sands.
Maybe she should.
Always a great place to come.
Hey.
Maybe I'll be missing one day and Chelsea will take this over and then I'll come back to reality. It'll be like the biggest podcast on the planet. And I gotta kiss Chelsea Schrader's ass to be on it. Like, come on, Chelsea, it's my camera. You know,
It's all my equipment.
you even stole Adam. You even stole Adam. I got nothing. Damn you, Chelsea Schrader. But seriously, thank you to the Sands Theater. I got to talking to you, and shame on me for not doing that. They're still working on it, so hopefully it'll open. It's been a while, but it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes money. So in the Chamber of Commerce, they got a new king in town, Matt Gordon, who's running the Chamber of Commerce. You know Matt from this podcast. Super good dude. I think he's really going to do well at that job. So,
Good news.
and like I said, if you're on YouTube, hit that little red button in the right-hand corner and subscribe. And check out all our podcasts. Go back and listen to. There's been some great stories told in this
There
podcast.
has been. It's been fun.
It has been a good time. Also, like our page on Facebook, if you can see it, that's where we post almost all this. Well, we do post all of it first. We have an Instagram. We have a TikTok, so come find us and show us some love. We'll show it back, all right? I'm Moose Lundstrom.
I'm Denzia Kudrin.
I'm Jen Neb.
Thanks, guys. Later.
Bye.